MLA ka Liang Pyrshah bagantup ya kasing VPP TMC bat Congress kalami Jyndat Napoh yang Dorbar Shwa bu menteri rong ba ka jylla Jubab ya ka jingatai halo ka Mang Tyngka ka ba ka sarkar kala wanra kani ka jingmi no jong Baroh ki MLA ka Liang Pyrshah kalong hadin ba MLA ka Congress no umsning u Dr. Celestin Lingdo ula kentu yu lampang ka yung Dorbar ba unweng ya ka kentin ka ba lampang uong ba ka jing wanra ya ka point of order Kham Shwa kadai ka jing pensarwakai ya kapor kawai pat kapang ka ba Dr. Celestin Lingdo ulapan pau ka jing pam so ya hap ba Shwa ba menteri rong ba Jubab ya ka jing etai halor ka Mang Tyngka lawan ra Shwa ya ka demand for grants namar kat kum ka jing pen pau MLA ya ka demand for grants ladep banbu hagas ngi tho ding ka baladep Shwa bandon ka jing etai ru Dr. Celestin ulawan ra ya ka ni ka jo ka jing Pyrshah Handai nakalang menteri rong ba ulaong ba hagas ngi tho ding ka baladep tang ya ka supplementary demands but MLA ulaong ba ka jing panchay jong menteri rong ba kalong ka babakla MLA ka Congress ulaong baladak yeng kamla banbut ya ki an pinya Dorbar kamdon jingmut ban sngap ya ka jing etai ya ka ni ka phang lara rudu MLA ka Congress lagarchan u Dr. Mukul Sangma u ba aden basayumait ki balak kintu ban penbet ya ka jing duna Nakalang u Deputy Chief Minister uba Khmi ya Parliamentary Affairs uba Prestun Tensong ula Pyrshang ban pensong tho daga babatay ru ya ki kendon penya Dorbar Nakalang u Lampang u Thomas Sangma ula wengno ya ka gentin ba uong pensarwa hakapor henry hakabay bat ki demand for grants u Lampang ulaong ba ya ka ni kapang la penbet lang hapo ka Business Advisory Committee balabu ru nado kasngi sedang joko Dorbar ba day ban pensko nado balabu ya ki kam hapo ka yung Dorbar Hadin ka jing panchay jong ulampang ki MLA ka Liang Pyrshah kim snap satya bat ki mino na po ka jing Dorbar klam na tre snap chu ya ka Mang Tyngka bat Jubab u menteri rangba.
We come to item number 3, Chief Minister in charge, Finance, to reply on the budget discussion. Chief Minister, please.
I don't want to disturb when the Honorable Chief Minister reply, but in the course of my raising a point of order in the morning, which is provided by the rules, a word which is used by the chair that we wasted time, I requested humbly, sir, that it should be expunged, because I have not come here to waste the time of the House, nor do the other members. That is point number 1. Point number 2 that I want to make, sir, is the Honorable Chief Minister said that the voting on the demand for grants that was done last Friday was for the supplementary demands. That is absolutely wrong, sir. Supplementary demands were done on the 21st of this month. Now, if we have voted for the demand for grants last Friday, I have a right to know under which rule were the demand for grants submitted in the House and voted last Friday. Now, if we say that voting for demand for grants can be done before the Finance Minister reply, then the reply of the Finance Minister at the end of the budget discussion becomes redundant. I raise this point, sir, again, not because I want to pull or push anybody. I want this House to follow the rule. And if the House is not following the rule, what is the point for us, sir, to sit here and listen to all the blabbering? So my request is, sir, the word "we wasted time" should be expunged. The misleading statement of the Chief Minister that last Friday was demand for supplementary demands were voted, that is absolutely wrong. It should be corrected. And if we have voted for the main budget for this year last Friday, then we have gone way grossly beyond the provision of the rules. This is my submission, sir. And if the chair cannot correct this, I feel the opposition has no role to sit and listen here. This is my submission, sir. So I would like to hear what is your ruling, sir.
Sir. Mr. Speaker, sir, I also rise to relate to this point of order on the ruling. 300 vis-a-vis in reference to Rule 142, 143 of the Rules of Procedure and Conduct of Business, which have been very clearly submitted before the August House, before you, Mr. Speaker, sir. And the further submission that he has made, I think it is abundantly clear that we need to correct things. I think correcting things is very crucial, important. Otherwise, what is wrong will be considered as right. What is abnormal will be eventually considered as normal, which is dangerous and should not be a precedence. Even the Lord listens to the prayer of the sinners. It's written, if my people who are called in my name humble themselves and pray and seek my face and turn from their wicked ways, then will I hear from heaven and will forgive their sin and will heal their land. So even God forgives us. Even God listens to our prayer. So I am definitely sure that the chair will listen to this, our prayer for correction, lest it becomes a precedence.
So, I would also like to.
Same point of order?
Yes, sir, because the same, I would like to associate.
Please be brief.
Okay, so I would also like to associate with the honorable member from Unsning. In the address of the governor, a mention was made about the highest standards of decorum. So we expect, sir, that there will be a cooperation from all stakeholders so that we can maintain the highest standards of decorum. And when the members has expressed about the rules, which has been clearly laid in the rules of conduct of the rules in this rule, sir, we feel that we would expect that the chair would admit the mistake and ensure that this will not happen in the future, sir. With this view, sir, I submit.
Mr. Speaker, sir. Yes. Mr. Speaker, sir, I would like to just submit. Well, sir, if we go back to Rule 44, it says the voting of demand for grant shall take place on such days as the Speaker, in consultation with the leader of the House and the Business Advisory Committee, may allot for the purpose. Sir, yes, if you go to rule number 42 and 143, 142 and 143, yes, we have seen it. But when you go specifically to 144, it mentioned very clearly on that. And sir, next, if in case if we have some kind of confusion as far as interpretation of rules, sir, we can go to Rule 314 and 315 and Rule 315. However, sir, I would also like to submit to your good officer. Well, in case if there is clearly any provision where we have to rectify or to ultimately correct ourselves, that within the house it can be done. Always it can be done whatsoever. That also has to happen for the interest of every members in this house, that we have to follow as per the prescribed rules.
This is not a debate. Rule 314 is applied only when there is ambiguity or when the rules does not spell out clearly.
I'll come to a decision, please.
Yes, sir.
I
Yes,
think
sir.
it's all right. First of all, it was not my intention to say that this house is wasting its time. Actually, I was just, because of the time constraint, because the time was limited, and so I had asked not to say unnecessary things and come to the straight to the point. But however, I stand corrected, and that the word wasting of time will be expunged. But however, to the second issue, The calendar has finalized. The calendar was finalized in the BAC that has been placed, that was placed in the house on the first day when the house set for business on 16th February 2024. And it was approved by this house. So it could have been raised on that date, sir. So I don't think we can have final thing. Also, as per Rule 3116, suspension of the rules can be moved by parliamentary affairs. But as I've already given the ruling, so my ruling is final. So we come to item number 3 again, Chief Minister in charge to finance, to reply on the budget discussion. Chief Minister.
Speaker, sir, Mr. Speaker,
like
sir,
to
if the rule is not
I'm
followed,
only
I
speaking-
think
Sir, I'm only
the
speaking-
duty of the opposition members to
Sir,
sit
I've
here
already-
is ended.
I've already made my ruling.
The ruling is not very clear, sir, so we are not satisfied. So the opposition members have no role to sit here and waste their time. The finance minister is redundant, is useless.
Mr. Speaker, sir, I think your ruling is very clear. Let me again come back. See, I think in the first day itself, we place it, this BAC decision to the House. And ultimately, the House has adopted, has agreed. So, we
Mr. Speaker, sir, we as a mark of disapproval, lest it becomes precedent, we walk out as a token of our protest, Mr. Speaker.
Sir, then even the opposition means they make fool of themselves. If you say you walk out at the same time, you also walk out at the same time, we approve it. I think, sir, that in fact, this attitude is not at all acceptable.
You may move, Parliamentary Affairs Minister can move the Rule 316, so we can for the suspension.
Sorry, sir.
You may
Yes,
move under Rule 316 for suspension of rules. I think.
Sir,
No need.
still, sir. Let me just tell you one thing, sir. Because this calendar has been approved by the House.
Exactly.
The first day itself. So how can we again go back to
Mr.
316?
Speaker, sir.
How can we go back to
Already given you a ruling. Honorable Chief Minister is already on his feet. He will be allowed to continue his speech.
Yes.
I'll walk out.
Sir, first of all, it is really, really unfortunate that the honorable members are making an issue out of something where they themselves were part of the decision when you had put the question of the business, the proposal of the Business Advisory Committee, and the entire House has accepted it. To me, sir, it looks like they don't want to listen to the reply on the budget, because it looks like they are seeing the kind of work that's happening. And from what I understand, that they are finding a reason not to be here to listen to the reply. So, which is very unfortunate, again, as I said, because these are very important matters